2020, 2021. This is a class of 2024. So we got a guest in the building today.
We do?
Yes, we do. Big guest.
Big, yeah.
Yeah, cast lead. We're about to be celebrities.
What are you talking about?
Our superintendent is in the building.
Ah.
Yeah. Yay. I hope everybody did their hair.
What hair?
Like,
Wait, Maya, how's it going?
Good.
Awesome. Oh man. This is exciting.
it is.
I mean, all of this is exciting. Now we just got to wait. Look.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start on one side, and then I need somebody else to take it. All right, so we're gonna start with Elias. Elias, you ready? You're gonna take the wave. Here we go. Yeah, throwing it to Luke. Luke, get the wave.
Morning, Bradley.
Hello, Bradley.
Hey, thanks for playing along, man. I appreciate you.
I don't have that layout to see who's next. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you say the names
All right,
to your
here we
view?
go. I'm gonna start it, and then it's gonna go to, let's see, you gotta have your camera on for it. Someone start throwing your camera on. Here we go. I'm gonna throw it to Mr. Cooper. Whoop.
I'm not coordinated enough.
Mr. Cooper sent the boat. Let's try this again. All right, here we go. I'm gonna throw this to Maya. Maya, go. Yeah, throwing it to Aiden. Aiden, go. Yeah. All right, going to Miss Vallejo. Go. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We're just gonna keep it going. All right, next person. So Miss Vallejo, call somebody out. Throw them the wave.
Oh, but I can't see I'm having issues with the view. But what about Noah? Oh, Noah, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Noah, call somebody out. All right, here, I'm gonna throw it to Bradley. Here we go, Bradley. Yeah, all right, Bradley, call somebody out. Oh, you're on mute.
We can see you, Bradley. No,
give me.
Your mic is
right,
not
hey.
muted.
See, that's why we do these practice runs, Bradley,
Yep.
so that we can get this worked out.
There you are. It picked that sound.
All right, let's see. We're gonna throw it over to Miss Jaskula. Whoop.
Okay, go to Miss Burmeister.
Okay. I actually am having a hard time seeing all of the students as well. Okay, so Eric.
Me too.
Hello, Leonardo. Good morning. Welcome.
So Eric, welcome, but we're throwing waves, so you're next.
You got to throw that camera on.
Timothy.
That's right. You guys woke up this morning thinking, "Man, I want a bunch of adults to act real dorky on a Google Meet."
I only see teachers.
Well, that may be a thing. Like they only see the teachers, and we're calling out the kids to do it.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, you know what though? Y'all are playing along. This is gonna be a good year.
Yes, good job.
All right. Let's see. It is 9:07. Let's give them 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna get going. What do you say?
Sounds good. We've got a pretty good number in here right now.
All right. Now, guys, everybody, if you're having technical issues, right? Like we know a few people aren't on mute and they're having some problems trying to get their stuff out. So it really comes down to just troubleshooting. If you're having issues, keep in mind, you can talk to us. We left our contact information along with information for our district's help desk in the welcome packets we gave you guys yesterday when y'all came to pick up. So any issues at all, please let us know and we'll try and get it worked out. The other thing you can do, guys, is throw questions into the chat if we're having a hard time hearing you, and we'll try and get to them as we go. Give me a thumbs up if you're good with that idea. Yeah. Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm rolling down the way. All right. Hey, Gabriella, how are you? I'm assuming you said good. You were on mute, but I feel your energy through the camera. I love it.
I'm doing good, thank you.
That's awesome.
Wow.
All right, so students, y'all can only see the teachers. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what
Thank
about
you
if
for
we
the-
do the wave? Just
All right,
the teachers.
so let's see. All right, so I've got Ms. Burmeister on the first one here, so I'm gonna let you start it off.
Okay, well, who's next in our tile? Because we're probably all in a different.
You call us that.
All
All
right,
do
here we go.
different.
All right, ready? Mr.
Getting
Gibson,
ready.
Mr. Gibson, get it.
Are we,
Get it.
this is just getting it ready? Okay. 1,
Yeah.
2.
Who's next?
Guys, we are all college educated. We're very professional individuals.
Yes, I have my suit on this morning.
Mr. Cooper, you're gonna make me seasick. Calm down over there.
I'm not coordinated enough to do the wave. I'm sorry.
All
Hey,
right.
Mr. Cooper, do the wave. He's like,
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. It is, all right. Presentation is ending. I got everybody in tiles. All righty. So who would like to start us off in introductions?
Hello?
I mean, you're talking, so go for it.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. I am the overly excited and probably overly verbose English teacher, Mr. Bishop. You guys can call me Tim when we're in the building, but if you see somebody with a tie other than Mr. Cooper walk in, it's Mr. Bishop. I'm just ridiculously excited to be here. I've been working with, I've been trying to get with programs like Cast Lead for probably going on 8 years now. And the fact that this program is available, I know it seems like something new and sort of freaky to a bunch of students to have this like brand new tiny high school pop up, but you have no idea how much areas of tech and the United States opportunity. My biggest job is going to be to make sure that you guys, look good when you're talking to folks, sound good when you're reading things, and when people read your stuff, you come out looking like professional, the amazing, intelligent, and super capable individuals you are. This is going to be an awesome year.
I'm going to jump in next right there. One of the things I am going to ask everybody to do real quick, if you will mute your microphones, pretty please. We're going to have to definitely make sure we work on our etiquette and everything, because we all know that we have family and things going on in the background. So just for, if you can, please, and thank you. I see it looks like everybody did. Y'all guys are awesome. I appreciate that. So I am Mr. Gibson. I'm going to be your social studies teacher. This year, it's going to be world geography. With this, we're going to be doing a lot more than just world geography. We're going to be looking at psychology and sociology across this. If we're going to be doing the customer service kind of aspect of things, you're going to have to know how people think and why they think the what they do. So be ready to come into this class and dig deep. As far as the class goes, I am Mr. Gibson. If I am not wearing a shirt and a tie, I am allowed to be Matthew. So it's one of those things, different cultures and being able to code switch is going to be really important. So we're going to work on that in this classroom. Other than that, for some of you, I'm going to be your PE teacher. So definitely looking at some cool things. Tentatively have permission to maybe do things like fencing and stuff. So not our normal kind of, right? It's not going to be our normal kind of shindig here. And I'm looking to meet all of you guys and really get into this. I'm super excited. I think this program is going to be awesome. This group of teachers is awesome. And so, yeah. Real quick, what you'll see teachers doing this, we learned this because it is so hard to see everybody nodding along going, yes, I like that thing. You will see us do what we call our spirit fingers, and this is us showing that we appreciate what the other person is saying. And so this is some of the culture that we're going to bring to you. You've already seen today that we're playing around and having fun with each other. We definitely want to see and bring you guys to bring that. As always, we got to maintain respect and everything, but we definitely want to see y'all bring your personalities, your sense of humor, because if you don't, this team, which includes the teachers, but you guys also, you're part of this team, y'all are going to have to make decisions for your future. Y'all are going to have to bring you. So that's my spiel.
All right, I'll jump on next. And y'all feel free to throw up the spirit fingers there for Mr. Gibson. Awesome. Okay, I am Mrs. Jaskula, and I'm going to be teaching Principles of Hospitality and Tourism this year, as well as I'll be your geometry teacher. So looking forward to this year, just like everybody else has said, I am super excited to be back in the classroom, and I can't wait to get into it with you guys. So real quick note about next week, the first day of school on Monday, just as a reminder for everybody, if you picked up the flyer yesterday, you saw that we're going to be all meeting in one Google Classroom all week next week, starting on Monday. So there's a Google Classroom. You've got the invitation code to it. If you don't, maybe somebody can pop it in the chat so that they've got that Google Classroom code handy. But that's where you need to go first thing Monday morning. School starts at 9 a.m. And that's where we'll launch off our first day of school. Okay, looking forward to seeing you guys, and this is going to be an amazing year.
All right, I'll go ahead and go next. I am Miss Burmeister. You can call me Miss B, that's easier. I will be your digital media and digital and interactive media, your principles of information tech, and your Art 1, Art Pre-AP teacher. So what do all those things have in common? They are all about understanding technology, its role in society, its role in business, and how to visually communicate. So regardless of where you're planning on going, all of those skills are really necessary skills to be really active citizens and active in your job, in your life right now, because of how connected we are all digitally. So I am really looking forward to this year and being able to sort of bring in all of those threads and do a lot of really interesting things. So thank you again for joining this journey with us.
Hello, I would like to go next. My name is Ms. Vallejo, and I'm going to be the biology teacher. I'm super excited to be part of CAS. I cannot wait to get started and get to know a little more about you guys. Like Ms. Jaskula mentioned, the first week we're going to have an amazing opportunity to get to know each other and get some practice on this electronic version of learning. So we're going to have some activities to where we can practice on how to get familiar and know how to use Google Classroom and all the apps and different features that we're going to be using online. So I cannot wait to do it. We're having a lot of fun organizing it and planning it. And we just cannot wait. I cannot wait just to press like send so it can be active and help you along with some of those questions that you may have. And don't worry, don't stress out that you don't know how to use the app or the website. We are all going to be learning how to use it. We're all going to be learning how to share our work with each other, because we are going to have a lot of opportunities to create different, not just digital presentations or papers, but like in my class, I will send you to the recycling bin and create some models or whatnot. So you will have a chance to actually create something, not just online. So I cannot wait. We'll get creative, until we get back into the classroom. So don't stress out. We will make it work. We will make it happen. All worst case scenarios, we'll use paper and pencil, but we'll make it work. I cannot wait. I am super excited. Again, I'm the bio teacher, and I cannot go without bragging a little bit about my kids. I know, as I've been showing it in my video, you'll have a chance later to click on the links to learn a little bit more about ourselves. And in there, I put some pictures of my family. That's us. And I'm always taking them to nerdy places, to see. You should see their rooms. I'll show you some pictures later, because it's all about putting in some science in there. And that's what we're going to be doing, putting science on everything that we do in our houses and here at school. So welcome everybody to CAST. Welcome everybody to, this amazing opportunity. So I cannot wait to get started with you guys.
There we go. I like it. Some more people using the spirit fingers. Is Dr. Fuller, Mrs. Vasquez on? Oh, Mr. Cooper, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I can go next. Hi, I'm Mr. Cooper. You can call me Mr. Cooper. I'm your business teacher. I'll be teaching a couple different iterations of business this year. I'm not as loquacious as Mr. Bishop, I'm afraid, but business is kind of the thread that runs a little bit through everything we do, and will be the focus of a lot of our projects this year. So we're going to be taking a bit from everybody and kind of applying that to business. So I may not look excited, but I am. Trust me. I'm really, really glad to be here. Looking forward to Monday. And again, and as Ms. Viejo said, don't stress out about the technology. I'll screw up a lot more than you will, I promise. And so, I'm only marginally stressed out about it. So let me stress out about it. You don't need to. I think that's it. I'll see you Monday. And again, you have the flyer. Don't hesitate to call me or text me or one of those things. And if you have any questions, please.
Woo, that's awesome. Look, I know the spirit fingers feel weird at first, but like the more you start showing love and people start showing love back, the better it starts to feel. Because, look, when we have to connect through a screen, it's hard to get that human to human interaction. So we're going to do any little visual thing we can, spirit fingers, thumbs up, throwing a shaka bra, anything we can do to just say, hey, we see you, we hear you, and we appreciate you. We're going to do our best, and you let everybody know to build a really special type of community from day one, whether we're on a computer or we're face-to-face, or you stay on a computer, or you have to come in at little different intermittent times. We're going to take care of you guys. So, and by the way, Mr. Cooper, I need you to turn down the volume a little bit. Your coffee's kicking in. I'm just kidding. All right. So, So let's see, is Miss Vasquez on? Is she able to jump on here and say hello? She's got her screen muted. Our big dog superintendent just rolled in, so she might be talking to him right now. So I don't want to take her time. Maybe maybe she and Dr. Fuller can hop on in a little bit. So what we'd like to do, sorry, Ms. Vallejo, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just wanted to remind them that if you just joined, Ms. B posted the classroom code again. So please, that's how we're going to be using the first 2 weeks of class. We're going to only have one Google Classroom. The code is in the chat. Use your school email for you to log in. If you make sure that when you go to Google Classrooms that you switch to your account to use your school email, otherwise it's not going to let you in. If you have any issues, like Mr. Bishop mentioned on the package that we shared yesterday, there's some troubleshooting videos and steps, and always reach out to us. We will be happy to help you.
Thank you, Ms. Vallejo. So real quick, I'm gonna invite my fellow CAS lead teachers to jump in here and kind of back me up or correct me or give some really sage advice. But one of the things that we're going to talk about, especially through next week, but we can have a quick chat about now, is let's just talk about your space starting next week. Right. So working from home is a very different experience than working from school. When you're at school, that's your only focus. But when you're at home, you might have a baby brother, a baby sister, cousins, family members walking around. You might have some chores that you still have to get done. We absolutely understand that family and home comes first. But that being said, when you're ready to sit down and focus on your work, sometimes, if you can, setting aside your own special focused place that says, all right, I'm going to get down to business now, is a really good way to make sure that you don't start to feel overwhelmed with everything going on at home and then everything going on at school. And I'm going to, again, invite the CAS lead teachers to kind of share their personal home spaces if they have one. Mr. Cooper just got a new home, so he's going to get to set one up for fresh. At my house, I've got my garage, right? It's a little hot, it's a little sticky, but when nobody else likes going in there, right? So I set out my yoga mat, I turn the fan on, I make sure my Wi-Fi is good. And as long as my family's inside, I can give my absolute focus on the work that I have in front of me. That's what I had to do from spring break on. Does anybody else have a special place in their home that they set aside just for doing work?
Well, I'll talk a little bit just about my daughter, who's a college student. And so when she had to come home from college, on the drive home, she was like, Mom, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't work at home. She's like, I can't do it. And so we moved a lot of furniture. We made an arrangement with her brothers that our living room between certain hours was going to be her college space. And that meant they had to be in their room. They're older, so that was easy for them. But it meant certain spaces became dual. They were doing more than one thing at a time. And we needed to actually set up kind of two study spaces, one in the kitchen and one in the living room, clear desk. It was a lot of rearranging and organizing and a lot of conversations in the family about what was working and what was not working, when classes were happening, so we all knew when to be quiet, and having those conversations regularly. I think we talked about it like once a week, like what was working, what wasn't working, and how we all needed to adjust and be flexible. And so it took her really knowing what worked for her and then communicating that with me and us all trying to come up with, plan A and plan B, et cetera. So it could be an adjustment, but I think, you need to roll with it and we'll all figure it out. And of course, you have all of us teachers here to help you in sort of figuring out those learning styles or what works best for you.
Any of our students have ideas or things that worked for them in the spring that they want to share out with us? We need to learn this stuff too about what worked for you working from home. Feel free to unmute yourself. Tell us your name. You're all freshmen, so tell us your name. And then if you have something to share that really worked for you, we'd love to hear that.
I can see it running through everybody's head. I did it because my mom made me do it.
You can say what for you.
Hi, Eric. You want to go first?
So it's just an introduction, right?
Yes. What is your name and what worked for you in the spring as a working area? How did you set it up when we went into online in the spring semester?
Yeah, he kind of left.
Okay, so anybody would like, Leoncy, would you like to go?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I didn't really have anything special that I did to learn. You know, just simple guidelines the teacher gave us. I mean, yeah, sure. I did a couple things pretty late. You know, besides that, it's pretty okay. Wasn't that bad. Thank you.
Hey, let's all
Show them some love, guys.
can we for him being the first one to share out with the group, can we all come off of mute on the count of 3 and tell him you rock? Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, unmute yourself, and we're gonna say you rock. Okay, go ahead and click unmute now. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. You rock.
You rock, dude.
Ah, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
All right.
Go ahead, Bradley. We hear you.
I didn't really do anything. I was homeschooled private previously, so I've been homeschooled for a couple years. So honestly, this is just a new experience for me being back with a class.
We're so
I
happy to
gotta
have you,
say,
Bradley.
yeah, and I gotta say, I'm digging that chair behind you. Is that a gaming chair? Or is that just a super awesome office chair?
No, it's a gaming chair. I have my whole setup. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, I was going to comment on the sweet chair too. I'm buying one of those actually for my new office. But, sweet gaming chair.
Nice.
See, now I'm jealous of his setup. That's nice.
Thank you so much for sharing your learning space for studying.
That's awesome. Let's give
Pretty
Bradley a
neat.
you rock too. Okay, guys, come off of mute. We're gonna try this again for Bradley. Come off of mute. All right, ready? We're gonna give him a you rock on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You
rock.
He's,
Nice.
and sweet rig too. Mine's coming over from China. So,
That's one of the things that we'll probably end up doing this next week is we kind of want to see some of your space. We want to see how you've got it set up and things like that. So we're thinking about that.
All right, Maya's ready.
I really didn't have a specific place. I just used like my kitchen and everything. But now that school's starting, we're starting to set up my room. Like we're getting desks and everything, so I can have my own space.
Oh,
Well, so one day you're gonna have to flip the camera around and show us your rig like Bradley did. All right.
Yeah.
So when you get it all set up, you show it off. All right.
all right, awesome. Can we throw Maya a you rock, guys? Come off of mute. Everybody gets a you rock today for sharing out on the first day live. Okay, come off of mute. On 3, we're gonna give a you rock to Maya. 1, 2, 3.
You
rock.
You have the cheese. I also have cheese. pretty nice.
I mean, all of you should have stress cheese.
It's so awesome, right?
Yeah, the stress cheese is a necessity, really.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll let you guys know the stress cheese is becoming a famous thing for Cass Lead. When we were on a conference with some folks, Mr. Cooper was squeezing his stress cheese, and the guy kept saying, "Hey, I'm really jealous of your cheese." And then Miss Vallejo would get her cheese out, and she'd start squeezing it. By the end of it, he was like, "Man, I need to get some stress cheese." So we're having a mail cheese off to our national presenters, because they're really digging it. So anytime you're on like a business meeting, please hold up some Cass stress cheese.
Represent
Who else
Cass.
would like to? Who else would like to share their space?
I can share mine. So I really didn't have a designated spot for this past for the ending of last school year. Really, what I do is I go into my room, and inside my room, I just lay on my bed. I have all my papers spread out to where if I needed to, let's say, take down some notes or just in general do some like math for like algebra or something like that, I'd have everything ready, and then I'd have basically just everything that I need spread out on my bed. Other than that, I really didn't have a designated spot. But really, what I'm going to be doing is for this school year, until I can actually go back in person, I'm going to be inside my kitchen dining room, and I'm going to be just doing everything on my table.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Aiden. You guys know the drill. Everybody come off of mute. On 3, we're going to throw Aiden a U-Rock. Everybody come off of mute, please. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. This is for Aiden.
U-Rock!
Nice.
Yeah.
We need to work on that.
Aiden.
All right. Yeah, no, this is definitely good. I like seeing y'all spaces. I like seeing how this set up. I know for myself, I have like 2 spots. So I had to move some couches around, and so I had me a nice little lounging spot for me to set stuff up comfortably. And then if I needed an extra screen, or I needed to be more business and more focused on the computer and what I was doing, I had me a spot on the kitchen table. So, and it's a little bit easier for me because it's just me and my cousin living together. So, I don't have little brothers and sisters or anything like that running around, and I've got my own space and stuff. So it was a little bit easier. So don't be worried about, I have to have this particular spot. No, I've moved to like 2 or 3 places in the house sometimes, depending on what I was doing.
And if you do have a little brother or a little sister that hops into the camera every now and then, we got to show them some love too, because y'all will see my 4-year-old and my 8-year-old jump in, whether I want them to or not. My very first class last year, my 4-year-old just poked my face, like the screen finger went beep, and everyone was like, "What was that?" And so we gotta love those little moments. We gotta love those little moments. Anybody else want to share with us what they've been doing, their little tips and tricks for at-home schooling? All right. Well, so next thing, we're going to open it up in just a couple of minutes to any kind of Q&A that you guys might have, because I know that y'all got questions. We're going to try and break the ice as we go on so that you feel braver and braver to ask these questions. But just something that you're going to see on a regular basis, not every time, but especially when we want to sit down and start some serious work or have conversations about ourselves. We're going to do what we call some grounding practices. Is anybody familiar with the term mindfulness? Raise your hand if you've ever heard of mindfulness practice. Doesn't look like many folks. All right. Is anybody familiar with taking a good deep breath to help them focus? All right. A few more. So this is, all right. So this is going to be something that we're very intentionally going to practice, right? So as Mr. Gibson and the rest of the Cass Lead teachers said, we are really going to be putting ourselves out there to try some new and different things. And so before we start those things, it's often really good to take a few deep breaths to increase your oxygen intake, to help your brain focus on what you've got to do, so that you can really give your best self. So if we could, let's just practice real quick. A grounding technique. So here's what I need everybody to do. So we're going to sit up as straight as we can. You put your hands on your legs, okay? Put your feet on the floor. You can close your eyes or keep them open. All right, but everybody's going to take a good deep breath through their nose. All right, 1, 2, 3. Now blow out through your mouth like you're breathing through a straw. All right, this time we're going to do it. We're going to breathe in. I'm going to count to 3. And when we breathe out, I'm going to count to 6. So try and make your breath out go longer than your breath in. Ready? Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So guys, we just practiced a mindfulness technique, a breathing technique called straw breathing. And believe it or not, Miss Vallejo, please correct me because I know I'm going to get some of this science wrong, but that practice actually calms your parasympathetic nervous system, the thing that says, oh God, I'm scared and I need to run away, right? Taking a straw breath when you get nervous. Believe it or not, tells your brain and your body you're safe and you're in a good place. So we're going to practice little things like this, little tips and tricks that we, the teachers, practice, that professionals in the industries you want to serve practice, so that, again, you come out by the end of this year looking like the amazing young professionals that you want to be. So guys, let's open it up to any kind of questions kids, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, 4-year-old brothers or sisters have about what you're going to be doing this year. I'm going to put myself on mute, and if you have a question, just unmute yourself and feel free to ask it, and we'll do our best to answer.
I've got a question real quick. Mr. Bishop, why are you so awesome? Yeah, guys, if you've got questions, now's the time to ask. Go ahead and jump in. It can be like, what are we going to be doing? How are we going to be doing this? Things like that.
Actually, turn off my mic.
Don't be shy, students and parents. If you've got questions, certainly someone else has the same ones.
Okay, I have a question. So, talking about electives, so for the first 3 weeks of school, so are you able to change your electives if you have an elective that you thought you would enjoy, but like you don't enjoy it as much as you thought you would, so you would like to change it? Would you be able to change it?
I think that's a question for Ms. Vasquez or Dr. Fuller. That if they are,
she just said yes. So she's in the chat. She said yes. That would be something that you would have to take to her, and that could be figured out through that. But it is very possible, it seems, to do that. So yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Do know that Dr. Fuller and the admin are working really, really hard on making sure that the schedule fits the needs that you have, and that they take really at heart the information that you provided on your interview. I have seen how Dr. Fuller knows your names and knows already and looking for on how to serve and advocates for you. So I've seen it and know that we have your best interest to give you the best education within our system and providing those business setting and customer service as your high school experience. So always advocate, always ask, and we will, do always our best to help you and guide you and answer your questions.
Thank you, thank you. Ian, great question. But what's neat and different about our electives is we have some amazing teachers that are going to work together and maybe provide you some unique experiences. So just ask you maybe kind of try it out, but we can always change it. Okay, just know it, just like any other high school, if there's a course that you're really not interested in, yes, we can always change it. Good question.
I'll also pipe in here a little bit because I'm teaching 4 of the elective classes, and I'm really trying to tailor the class to be something that's meaningful to you. So if you have like an objective and an idea or a career that you're set on right now, talking to me and letting me know sort of what interests you and the focuses that you're interested in, will help sort of me make the class something that's really meaningful and interesting to you. So have those conversations early on with your teachers as well, so we can really meet those needs and hear what you're wanting and create something on this journey with you.
I'm going to piggyback on that, like with the PE class that I'm going to be doing. If there's something that you guys want to do, if for those of you that are in my PE class, let me know. If it's something that we can do physically or something we can work into it, I'm going to do it. I, am not a fan of just walking out and sitting there and doing laps on the track. No, I want to make it fun. I want to make it interesting for us. And I know all of the teachers here are busting their rears to make this as interesting as possible. You should see our boards and the way we've got this all set up and the ideas that are pouring out of these people's heads. Like, I'm like, wow, that is awesome. Why couldn't I have had that happen when I was in high school? I can show you my board right now for world geography, where I've got everything broken down, where I'm trying to set it up, and I'm finding the good stuff that's going to fit with what we are doing here. And I think that give us a shot with that, and I think you're going to like it.
In fact, Mr. Gibson, I'll take this as a moment if that's all right with y'all. So we like thinking out loud. We like thinking on paper. We like thinking on digital media. But we love the idea of combining things and having as many different modes of communication as we can, many different modes of thinking and planning. So I'm just going to show y'all real quick. And I'm sorry for my computer screen moving around, but if you guys can see in the background, by the way, this is your service center. This is really slick looking room that you guys will have access to. But all of that stuff, all of that crazy looking taped up Post-it notes, scribble, scrabble stuff on the boards, that's the work that we're trying to put together for y'all to make sure that we've got a good framework, and then y'all are going to take it and run with it, right? Y'all are going to be driving the bus here. We are so excited.
So we took and broke it down, and then we're going even further down with it. So sitting there and breaking it down, going, what are the things that you're going to need to know? So like world geography, you don't need to know what kind of sand is in which desert. You need to know how that affected people with their trade and how it'll affect people today. So that's how we're going to look at things, so that way it has a more real world application. Maya has the question, will we be able to meet our teachers that are in East Central or just meet them on Monday?
I can answer that.
Okay.
In just a minute, I'll put the link on the chat. What the high school did is they, on the website of East Central, you click on how I meet my teacher, and it sends you to a link where on the bottom, you click on the department and you click on the name of the teacher, and you'll have a video with their information. So just in a moment, I'll put that link on our chat for you to know or meet your teacher from the East Central High School.
And if you guys missed the beginning, the introductions, we have posted a couple of times and we'll repost again a link to a presentation that we put together that has separate introductory videos for all 6 of us teachers. So if you're wondering who the weirdos are that are talking, you just watch the video and then you'll know exactly which weirdo we are. Do we have any other questions? How is digital learning gonna work? How is digital grading gonna work? What are we doing on our first week? Anybody else have any just burning questions or curiosities that they'd like to shout out to us?
Shayla has a question. It says, one of the papers from the pickup packet has a list of materials that we need. Hold on, you just posted something. Okay. If we don't have that class, do we still get the supplies? I would say just look at the classes that you are taking and you only need to grab those supplies. It should be a pretty minimal list anyway, but just try to get a hold of what you can for the classes that you will be taking.
I'll also pipe in on that one real quick. If there's some supply on that list that you are not able to get for whatever reason, so maybe you have some sort of financial need that you're not able to meet at this time, please just reach out to me and I'll work on trying to get you the supplies that you may need for your classes. So don't feel, a whole bunch of pressure if you can't get something at this time. Just reach out to me at caitlin.vasquez@ecisd.net and we'll work to get you the supplies that you need for your classes.
So guys, let's all actually come off of mute and give Ms. Vasquez a huge U-Rock because she has been working like crazy to set everybody up for success, not just the teachers, every one of the students, all of the families. She's been working like crazy. So on the count of 3, actually, Ms. Jaskula, this is your jam right here. I'm gonna let you do this one.
This is my jam. Okay. All right. This is for Ms. Vasquez. On the count of 3, we're all coming off of mute. Go ahead and do that now. Everybody come off mute. Okay, we're gonna give Ms. Vasquez the U-Rock on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
U-Rock! You're amazing.
Yeah. He is the cast lead. Wow.
Okay, I have 2 more questions. Okay, so one is, will we be doing any group projects? Yes? Okay.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Another is for basically all the teachers. What will virtual live classrooms be looking like?
So that's a really good question. I know that each one of us as an individual teacher is going to try and probably put our own spin on things, right? We all have kind of different levels of expertise with not just our subject matters, but how we use technology. So we're all going to try and streamline it so it looks similar in each class as best we can. The biggest thing that we're going to ask, right, is that you stay patient with us, right? Virtual learning is newer for us, right? Most of us started in spring break, and basically, I don't know about you guys, but it kind of feels like this isn't the end of summer. This is the end of the longest spring break ever. But we're just going to ask that if something gets screwed up, stay patient with us. We'll say plenty of sorries and keep an open line of communication with us. So if we mess something up, you tell us, we can try and fix it or pivot and do something different. One thing I want everybody to be absolutely sure of is if a teacher messes something up, right? We didn't share it correctly, or we didn't program it the right way, or we just had a major typo. You will not be punished for it, right? So the big thing is we're here for you guys. We're going to serve you. you stay patient with us, and we're going to work our tails off to make sure you have the best education experience anybody in this area can have.
Okay. And
to add to that, is we're going to be using this app or website, the system that is called HeadRush, and there is going to organize our project. So next week we'll have a little more tutorials on how to use this program, and it will designate within your group the jobs, and it will allow you to make your work through there. And we'll learn more about that. So do know that we have a system, an app that we're going to be using for our group work.
okay, so that'll be like it'll be divided up into like each class.
Some of the projects are going to be like, everybody's going to do one project per 9 weeks. And there is how we're going to be organizing it and submitting our work, and how we're going to organize it for you. And it will give you an opportunity to organize your work as well. And of course, within the classrooms, there'll be work as a team. Some of us will be using HeadRush is going to be the main source of how we're going to use it. However, Google also has an option to put you in groups, kind of like in Zoom meets, how you can go into groups and then you work together for a particular time and then you come back to the main meeting. So Google will have that option in a few days. I think they're working on launching it for everybody that has school as well as us.
Okay, one more question.
And actually, I'll so can I? Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. So I just want to kind of add on to what Ms. Vallejo said for you. So when we talk about starting a project, right? So when you start this project, we're going to start it as a CAS lead team, all of us together. You'll have your group, and other people will be in their groups. But it's going to be our jobs, really, as creative professionals, to slide our subject matter into your project, right? So one thing that I can't do as your English teacher is prep and have 9 weeks worth of pre-prescribed lessons ready to go, right? I have to set up my classes so that they react and give you what you need to make your project excellent, right? So that's going to be the big thing is we're really going to be catering what we do to you guys in the moments that you need the right stuff, right? What you're not going to see is, oh man, I have to do a novel study right now, and then when I get into world geography, I have to stop thinking about English and need to start thinking about globes, and then leave world geography and do something different. It's all going to be catered toward developing your project.
Okay. I think I have like one or two more questions. So how will work distribution be looking like? So last year for each teacher, we used like individual classrooms we used Google Classroom. So it was like, for instance, Spanish had its own class, English 1 had its own class, Science had its own class, Social Studies had its own class. So how will that be looking for us?
So each of your teachers.
Oh. Sorry, Brenda. Just for most. Yeah, I mean, to kind of continue on with the point of the project-based learning that we're going to do, we have to be really, really cognizant of what the other teacher is doing, so they can't be siloed and just do their own thing. Mr. Bishop can't just teach you a section of English that is unrelated to business or geography. Everything in our curriculum kind of has to be interrelated. So you're not going to be overwhelmed because Miss Burmeister, Miss Jackula want to do, their own thing. We have to be incredibly aware of what the other teacher is doing, because it all ties in together.
So whereas you might have separate Google Classrooms, right? What you do in each Google Classroom will be related to the one before and the one that comes after, right? So like, say you want, we're going to build customer service experiences, right? And that's what we're doing. In English, to begin with, we might be reading some company stories, right? Some examples of really good companies that deliver customer service at the top level, right? Is that English language arts? Yeah, because you're reading, right? Are we going to write about it? Yeah, definitely, we're writing, but we're studying stuff that's going to be pertinent to you. Then when we take that knowledge of what a good experience is over to geometry and hospitality and management, right? She's going to give you that other piece of thinking that the English language arts teacher is not an expert in, right? But what you come out with is one well-rounded idea of how to build a customer service experience.
So like each class somewhat connects.
Exactly, right? And so even though you might pop into different classrooms digitally, you're going to be doing the same work. And I'm not going to interrupt you again, Ms. Jaskula. I'm sorry. I'm hopping off.
That's okay. That's okay. We had a couple of questions come in that were related. So you guys are all kind of thinking on the same lines, but I just want to make sure that we acknowledge and recognize these questions coming in the chat. Myra said, how do we join our teachers in the call? Do they have a classroom, or is it just all going to be in the CAST classroom? So on day one, on the first week of school, we're all going to be together in one classroom. After that, we'll transition into where you'll be, visiting each different teacher's classroom throughout the day according to your class schedule. What students and parents need to know is that every single week, your CAST lead teachers, we're sitting down with each other going, okay, Ms. Burmeister, what are you doing in your class this week? Mr. Cooper, what are you doing in your class? How can we tie this together? How can we support our students? What are they doing really well in? What are they kind of struggling in? Where can we come together to really rally around these kids and help get them where they want to be as young professionals? So there's constant collaboration with your teachers, and you will come to see there's also going to be constant collaboration with you guys, with us, but also with each other. This is a really unique learning opportunity you guys are going to be experiencing at CAST Lead. And just again, I can't express how excited we are to have you guys here. It's going to be super fun. I wish they had this when I was in high school. Excellent questions, by the way.
Is everybody able to see the code that we posted in the chat? Students, please, if you, the code is there, and if you have any issues, please reach out to us, but it's active, you can join it.
And Eric, I think you hopped off mute a couple of times to try and ask a question. Do you still have a question, brother?
Yes. The American Sign Language teacher, Mr. Gonzalez, is he going to be joining us today or no?
For him, the link is on Meet the Teachers for East Central High School.
So there's a few of you, a few students, they're going to have a good pocket of students. They're going to have a teacher or two at the high school across the street. But your core subject teachers and your elective teachers that are related to the pathways at CAST, hospitality and tourism, commerce and retailing and management are going to be here at our CAST campus. So as far as your CAST classes, that's what I was talking about with all the collaboration. And again, there's a few things like if you're an ROTC, we don't have an ROTC program at CAST, you're going to go join the students and the teachers across the street at EC for those particular classes.
I just reposted the link on Meeting the Teacher on the chat. Once you click in there, you find the department, and then the East Central High School teachers, they created a little video with all the information, their classroom codes, that you just click by name of the teacher.
Perfect. And I see lots of you guys joining the CAST classroom right now. We've got a handful of students already in there. It's live. It's ready for you to join and be in that classroom. Don't worry about joining your other teacher, your individual teacher classrooms yet. We're going to do that all together the first week of school. We're going to make sure you're plugged in every Google Classroom. We're ready to just hit the ground running with learning. Okay. First week is going to be a lot of get to know each other, make sure we're clearing cobwebs from being on the longest spring break ever, and getting back in school mode.
I had a hard time writing my own name the other day because I hadn't picked up a pen in a while, Miss Jaskula. Any other questions? You guys are asking some great stuff. Feel free to hop off and holler at me.
Yeah, I've got one that came in on the chat. What happens if I need help getting into my Google Classroom?
That's a really good question. Go ahead, Mr. Gibson.
As you stay calm, like reach out to us, do the breathing exercise that Mr. Bishop Tim showed us. Stay calm, guys. Do not panic. We are not going to, oh, that's it. I didn't see Maya. Well, she's out. No. Now Bradley, I might do that too, but we'll see. No, just playing. So the thing is, guys, stay calm, reach out to us. You're going to have a lot of different ways of contacting us. Use one of those, email, use the Google Voice and things like that we've set up to reach out to us, post up to us and be like, hey, I'm having problems getting in, and we'll figure that out step by step.
I'd also say here, feel free to reach out to any of the teachers, even if it's not the teacher that you can't get into the Google Classroom for. I know I had some of you over the summer for the Google Camp. The CAST Experience Camp. So you probably have like my email on the ready. If that's faster, like email me and I'll help, make it happen. And so will all the other teachers. So again, you have lots of ways of contacting each of us. And so it's really about communication. The more we know what you need and what's going on, the more we can help and help support you. I just have to say, I love doing the spirit fingers for myself as well with all of you guys. It's super fun. So I encourage everybody to do it for yourselves as well.
I really like what I just said.
Y'all are totally going to find yourselves like, Mom, that was an awesome dinner you cooked.
Everybody, on the count of three, we're all going to give ourselves spirit fingers, right? We're going to show ourselves some love. On the count of three, everybody, hands up, hands up. I got to see them. I got to see them. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And you might feel dorky now. Just wait. It's going to grow on you. So I have a crazy idea. Let me run this by the other CAST lead teachers real quick, and maybe take a poll from you guys in the chat. What would you guys think if I dialed in with my phone and took us on a little virtual walk through the campus? They can't come in yet, but you want me to show them around a little bit? All right, give me just a minute. You guys keep answering questions. I'm gonna get dialed in.
While you're doing that, I'm also going to say to all of the students, now would not now, but like moving forward would be a great thing to regularly be checking your ECISD emails, like on a daily basis. Your teachers will be emailing you, the school will be emailing you. It's just going to help you keep up and to date with everything that you need to know. Feel free to email us just so that you have that that in your contact list ready to go, etc. So email is going to be one of the ways that we're going to, blast out information. Google Classroom's another way. So it'll help us all stay connected.
Thank you for reminding us of that. Something that I struggle when I come back from summer or spring break or a little break of getting back to that routine. So something that works for me, guys, is every morning when I wake up and I get into work, the first thing before I open anything else, I just sit down and spend about 5 minutes or so just to look at emails. And that way it keeps me informed of what is it that I need to do or taken care of, or I need to grade or answer questions. So I made into a practice of every day when I come in and I'm ready to be in my learning space, the first thing is just look at emails and replying or organizing them. If they're important information, there's an option where you can put a star on them. And that way, so I encourage you as well to set up a routine. So once you are in your learning space and you have that designated, to spend a couple of minutes just looking at emails. You know, I delete the things that are not important. I put a star on what is important. I reply to answer questions. So that way you feel that you are in the loop, you're informed, and it gets easy as you keep practicing. Any other teacher has maybe something? I know Miss Jaskula is amazing. We're learning so much from her on how she organizes, you know, and looks at the information.
Yeah, y'all are awesome. You know, it's just practice. It's just I have my little list going every day of things. I'm old school. I've got a paper list going, what I've got to get done every day. And my methodology is I look at the most important thing that I've got to get done, like the most urgent deadline, or you know, try to prioritize first thing first. We're going to talk about that a lot in my class. Getting organized and helping learn how to set priorities, because it's not something that comes naturally. I mean, you've got to really practice at it. So anyway, we'll get to that in school, but I mean, super props for those of you that are already good at that. I think Mr. Bishop is ready to take us on a tour. Can you go in present mode, Mr. Bishop, so we can see you're nice and big?
Oh, all right, there we go. Let's see. All right, presentation. I've never done this from my phone before. Talk about staying patient with me. Share screen. Look at that. Start broadcast.
There we go.
All right. Okay.
Share screen, right. Including. Okay. So, we just see your gray screen right now.
Oh.
So just
oh, my bad. Here we go. Got it. Wait, I don't want to stop. Can you guys see it okay?
Nope. We just see you're sharing your screen with everyone. We don't see what you're seeing. Maybe flip your camera.
Right, can you guys see it okay? No.
Nope.
No. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing real quick.
Well, we're kind of figuring this out. One thing that students can try to do is to pin a screen. So if you're in the tile mode of everybody's viewing, and like you're in class and you just want to see the teacher speaking, you can always go to the bottom and it gives you an option to pin that person. When you kind of scroll over their video, it gives you the option to pin or remove. Actually, you guys can't remove, but so I can pin Mr. Bishop and see it's as if he's presenting. That's such a quick option.
Thank you, Ms. Burmeister. Actually, if y'all wouldn't mind doing that, because it's kind of messing up on me a little bit. So if you want to see what I'm seeing, I'm going to turn my camera around. And you guys can pin my video. So I'm going to give you guys a quick virtual tour. So I'm in our parking lot right now, and you can see the big high school all the way over. All right. But now we're in our section of the world. So you can see our big Cass Lead High School, beautiful sign up on the front. And I'm going to take us, I'm going to to the front door. Junior sign up on the side, because we're in the historic John Glenn Annex. Right? Ask Dr. Fuller about it sometime. She actually went to elementary school here. You guys still hear me okay? Now, this is going to be an exit only, right? For the time being. And this is going to be the door that you guys walk through. All right, we're going to have that unlocked. However, I'm going to go ahead and take you through our super awesome front office right now, because we just got our incredible professional looking sign put up. This is slick. I want to show you guys this. Can y'all see this okay? Look at that. We're legit. All right, coming down. We're going to go ahead and come in through the front office.
So this is what you guys will see. You'll see these signs posted up everywhere to talk about maintaining our safety while things are going, you know, a little haywire with COVID right now. And then our beautiful remodeled front office. It's still getting a little bit of the finishing touches done on it. Hey, Dr. Fuller, everybody wave. Yes, this is awesome. I mean, I can tell you that I've been to colleges that don't have it as good as us. This is incredible, from the artwork to the decorations. We have our nurse's office in toward the front. You'll actually pass the nurse's office when you come in. Now, I'm going to take you guys actually through our student service center. So you could walk down the hallway and off to your right. But I encourage you guys, when you have a chance, when you have free time, to come visit our student service center. So this is a place that we are going to open up to you guys to get your work done at your own pace, to meet as larger groups. It's even got spaces set aside for when we need to have private meetings. Wi-Fi throughout. So we are really getting things set up. So it's a little, you know, disheveled at the moment, but we're still getting things put together for you guys. We got some time. We've got a cafeteria where if you guys are not on the main campus at the time of lunch, we are going to be able to serve meals through here. We're also going to be eating a lot of meals in our classrooms, right, to make sure that we're spacing ourselves out and we're staying safe. I'm actually kind of okay with that. It gives us a chance to all get to know each other. And while I'm walking around, if anybody wants to chime in or ask questions, I'm certainly okay with that. So this is the main hallway. I love all of the beautiful light that we've got through here. Sometimes schools can feel really drafty and kind of closed in. We've got it super opened up. Right, but we're still actually in Cass Lead, the Cass Lead CTE, or sorry, the East Central High School CTE section right now. So we haven't even gotten into Cass Lead world just yet. So we went through our office. We're going through a section of East Central High School CTE. And so you'll see some East Central High School teachers walking around, right? But down this way, oh, excuse me, this is our amazing custodial staff. We're on a virtual meeting right now. You guys want to wave? All right, these guys are keeping us safe. They're sanitizing and cleaning all the time. They're rock stars. We've got it really good. So, room 337. Mr. Gibson, what's up? So, he's got his James Bond chairs in the corner. All right. Oh, good. I can hear the reverb. I didn't know if y'all could hear me. All right. Look at what folks have hooked us up with. This has got to be one of the most beautiful set of classrooms I've ever seen. Yeah, we're working on getting a grant for only James Bond chairs. All right, one more super cool feature that you guys are going to have access to. Oh, it's locked. We've got the huddle rooms. So these two rooms right here before you get into the main Cass Lead hallway is actually what we call the huddle rooms. It's going to be decked out with chairs, with couches, with televisions for presentations. So when you guys need to have a small group chat, or you want to talk to an advisor, or you want to have a private interview, we go into a huddle room. Those are going to be amazing. Now I want to show y'all this. Ooh. Now you know you're entering the official Cass Lead world. No offense, Mr. Gibson. We still love you though. All right, coming down this beautiful hallway.
What will passing periods be looking like?
That is a very good question. We're going to give some extended time for passing period. And please, anybody chime in if they've got something additional they want to say. We're going to be giving some additional time for passing period to make sure that we can stay spaced and stay safe, right? We're really going to try and, keep things honestly as calm and collected as we can. But again, if you need some extra time in a class to finish up a section of your project, then you ask for it. You keep us we keep in communication. So things are going to be a lot more fluid in the Cass Lead world than they would be in a normal middle school or high school, right? So we've got our restrooms down here for you guys. And then here we are in Ms. Burmeister's room, still under construction. All of her rooms are still under construction. Hello, hello. And so in every room, you're going to see that all of our chairs, all of our desks, all of our spaces are mobile. Right? All of our spaces are mobile. We've got places to relax and work on your own individual work. Right? Do you want to show them around a little bit?
Sure. I want to show them outside. You want me to take it?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I think he accidentally hung up. So while they're getting that back, there he is. All right, everybody pin Mr. Bishop again.
And
You come in your room? Awesome.
Not yet.
So now we'll all know how to pin things. I just want to give you guys a quick show. I have a secret passage to the back here, and especially in our art classes, we're going to be coming out here and going under those beautiful oaks over there and doing some amazing sketches, some amazing nature sketches. I am so excited about that. So we have this beautiful campus and these beautiful rooms. And I promise my room will not be this messy. Actually, since I'm in an art classroom, it probably will be this messy. So we'll just know mess and chaos means a lot of learning and progress.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so continuing on down into the CAS lead rabbit hole. Super excited about this. All right, again, look at these floors. Look at this design. They're really trying to hook you guys up with some light. We've got the wonderful Ms. Vallejo. Right? We're going to go into her room in just a second. I'm going to take a left right into room 351 with Ms. Jaskula.
Hello.
All right, this is your geometry class, again, under construction. All the teachers on this side of the building have that super cool doorway to let you guys go outside and get some fresh air. So we are really excited about this. Again, every room has got some flexible seating. Coming across the hallway now to Mr. Cooper, room 348. Here is your business classes, finance. What? I got some cheese. I got extra cheese now. All right. Now to the wonderful Ms. Vallejo.
A work in progress, but we have some cool lab tables and a lot of it's an empty canvas to put a lot of our work that we're going to be doing during the school year.
Man, this is exciting though. Look at this. Look at this. And every space can move and every space can shift to make sure that you guys, thank you, Ms. Vallejo.
Tommy.
And then we've got my classroom, which I know I left locked because I'm a weirdo. Hold on one second. Oh man, oh man. Mr. Bishop, you're messing up the professionalism here. Here we go. All right. So now here is your English language arts class. All right. Again, in progress. It's going to shift. It's going to change. Something else that I want to point out, in every one of these classrooms, we have tons and tons of outlets, tons and tons of spaces to make sure your technology can stay plugged in and running. So I'm going to go ahead and leave out through our side door so you can just kind of round out your tour. This is how we head back into the regular world out through the front. All right. I hope you guys like that tour. We can definitely do that again. I'm glad that we have it recorded. Again, when you guys come into the building in a couple of weeks, we are going to be wearing masks, especially when we can't socially distance, just to make sure that we're staying safe and we don't have to worry about going on remote learning again involuntarily. So I'm going to go ahead and log off and let you guys, I'll hop back on my computer in just a minute. So I'll let you guys ask any questions to the rest of the team. Thanks, guys.
What do you guys think?
I think it's really spacious, and I like the colors and the shapes that are in the school. It makes it feel like really open.
Yeah, it is. It is. really good job designing the school, really keeping in mind y'all's input, you know, what students wanted, how they want to learn. So it's super exciting. Okay, anybody else have questions? Anything else you want to see or talk about?
I have a couple more questions.
Yeah, go for it. That's awesome.
Okay, so I know when there was a point in time where y'all, or it was with Ms. Vasquez, and y'all had like the plan, y'all had like planned it out on big sheets of paper. And it was like there was a part of the school that wasn't open yet. Is that part of the school open?
Are you talking about the service center where it used to look like kind of an old library?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where I'm sitting right now.
Oh.
So I walked through that. That was the second big room that I walked through, and I'm holding my computer up again. So this is the newly remodeled student service center.
Okay.
And if anybody's been in here before, it's not. We saw the pictures of it. It's not even remotely recognizable. It used to be like Pepto-Bismol pink on the walls, and smelled like dusty things. And now it looks like a newly polished Apple store. I mean, it's gorgeous. You guys are gonna dig it. North Star Mall kind of stuff.
And not part of it didn't make it quite into that tour because we didn't have teachers in there. We do have 2 more classrooms that are set up and designed, and they're actually right beside me for us to use as we need to. In fact, I might be using one as the PE classroom for doing stuff in there. But this thing is we have a lot of room for you guys to educate in, and to get educated in, I guess I should say better. Me English good.
Guys, that's why y'all are coming to me for professional communication. Just heads up.
Do you have a question?
Das ist some of my motherland's netten drink.
Guys, let's remember real quick that we need to put ourselves on mute.
Okay, here we go. This is
so we can hear your other video playing. Thank you, guys.
I'm just going to put a little plug in there too. One of those extra rooms, digital media, will probably be using as well, kind of like a studio space for when we're making videos or doing photo shoots and et cetera. So a little bit more of an untraditional space that we will be using and sort of as needed and to create amazing things.
Okay. So I have a question for Mr. Cooper. So I don't know what class, so I have you for 8th period, but I don't know what class that is. So it says Prin of Bus / Fin. I don't know.
Yeah, that abbreviation is not terribly clear. Let's see, that is principles. Oh, it looks like it changed from Principles of Business Marketing and Finance to Business Information Management. So I think it's Business Information.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was really curious about that one.
Yeah. Again, I think that's what it changed to. We'll get the final schedules here very, very shortly. But that's on the iteration that I have. That's
okay.
Okay.
You guys, go ahead, Ms. Jasky.
Well, I was gonna tell them that if they're feeling good, don't have any more questions before we start back on Monday, they are welcome to take themselves, don't go yet, but in a second, you'll be welcome to take yourselves off. We're gonna still be here and live on this call till 11. And then if you think of another question, you can email one of us, or we've got 3 other sessions for these teacher type things that we're just just going to be doing Q&A. We're just there live to talk to you guys for Q&A. You don't have to come to any other ones. You're welcome to. You might meet some more of your new classmates in there. But just letting you know, like, we're going to be live on here till 11. Ask away. If your parents have questions, they can jump in and ask us. Or if you think of something before one of the other 3 sessions, you can jump on those, or again, just email us and we'll get back to you with the answers. Okay.
Yeah, on that note, I believe Mr. Gibson and I are pulling the graveyard shift today from 5:30 to 6:30. So if you have any questions or you just want to see us again, please make it worth our while and then show up this afternoon.
Another thing you're all going to want to do is, make sure you're in the Google Classroom, which we've pasted the code for our Google Classroom, our CAST, Class of 2024 classroom. We posted that several times in the chat. Make sure you're part of that. If you're having a hard time getting into that Google Classroom, or for some reason it's not working, email any of us, or you can email Ms. Vasquez, and we'll make sure you get set up. In that Google Classroom right now, the links are posted for the East Central High School Meet the Teacher. So for those of you that have teachers for certain classes at the high school, you can view their Meet the Teacher videos there. There's also a little welcome video from your CAST lead teachers with little silly videos that we put together for y'all to watch. So please do that and don't make fun of us. Or do.
Yeah, if you make fun of us, just do it without your microphone or your camera on. Okay, just let's give us that courtesy.
I disagree. I want to know how they're doing it. I mean, it just better be good, because if it's not a good witty joke, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I'll be doing the 5:30 question and answer tomorrow as well, Friday evening, and so you can jump on again, ask questions about CAST. Or specifically about any class you're taking with me. And other classes too. I'll do my best to answer other classes too, of course.
My question? Okay. Sorry, Ms. Burmeister.
This first go around, I think, has been just an absolute success story, and I want to thank every one of you guys that has hopped on from the beginning, came in the middle, has been here for just a little bit. Y'all's participation was wonderful, and if you didn't take your mic off of mute and shout stuff out, you were posting stuff in the chat. That's the kind of stuff that that feeds your teachers' souls, that kind of participation. And if you felt a little weird about participating today, we're gonna break that ice, and we're gonna get together, and we're gonna do some really wonderful stuff this year. So, wow, guys, just thank you so much. All right, so I do actually have a quick concern that has no import to anything about CAST, but I want to ask this question of everybody, because I need us to just all put our brains on this. So I'm having a hard time with the phrase "spirit fingers." Let's put it out there. So if we could all just put our brains on, what's another phrase we could use to show these guys out? Like, show us some love, give them some razzle dazzle. I don't know. Razzle dazzle is probably worse. So what do you guys think? Post some ideas in the chat. Maybe what could we say to show some people some love that wouldn't be, all right, spirit fingers, right? Like the word spirit fingers coming out of my mouth feels weird. I'm just saying that.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's dorky, and I will die on that hill. Spirit fingers for life.
Mr. Cooper has the Happy Hands Club. Ms. Jaskula says no.
It's my
jazz hands. I like
Dynamite reference.
Jazz hands. Oh. Dig it. What else we got? All right. Well, so
project. What are we gonna call this?
That's gonna be our first project. Give names to our hand signals. Virtual fist bumps. Someone's gonna punch their screen and we're going to have a lawsuit for a broken computer on our hands. All right. So guys, thank you. I'm gonna put myself on mute, and as you guys have questions, feel free to shout them out or put them in the chat. If you got to go to continue your day, we will miss you until Monday, and we can't wait to get started with you guys. Y'all are awesome. So we're gonna stay on for about another half hour.
It's like the first time we've had you since March. We don't want to let you go.
One more question. Just kidding.
All right. See y'all on Monday. If you got to go ahead and jump off. But if you want to stick around and just hang out with us till 10, we're here. Or until 11, I'm sorry.
Bye. See you soon.
We'll see y'all.
We missed you already.
Okay, so I have a personal question for, I think, for Ms. Vasquez. So last year I took a high school class, and I got the credits for that. For I think it was a Spanish class. I think it was Spanish 4. I took Spanish 4 last year, and so will the credits be, since I'm moving from SAISD to ECISD, will the credits transfer over? Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. So so what I understand about it is the state of Texas has to write the explanation for what that class is, and if you pass that class in one district, that means it goes to any public school in any district. Yeah. So it's different than like if this were a college, right? You'd have to show up with your course catalog and write out a description of what it was so that they can match it up. Doesn't work like that in public schools from middle school to high school. The state of Texas certifies those classes, so you're good to go.
Okay, just making sure. All right, that was my last.
Yeah, you're good. And if
kudos to you for knocking out some of those high school classes in middle school, and that means that your schedule is going to be more open for electives, or if you want to get 2 endorsements, which is the way that Texas sort of aligns your courses and your what will be put on your diploma. You can kind of look at doing that. So that's awesome.
Okay. All right. Well, that was all my questions. Thank you for doing this.
Hey,
thank you, brother.
Thanks for coming.
How do you pronounce your name? I just don't want to say it wrong.
Oh, Ian.
Ian. Okay. Did you get logged into the Google Classroom, the Cast Lead Classroom?
No, I was actually going to do that right now after this.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, make sure you get joined up in there. I was just kind of going through who's already in there and who I've got screen to make sure y'all are all there. You're good.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Sorry, Ian, I have a question for you. Since you are coming from SAISD, you already have an ECISD email? Is that set up for you? Okay.
Because I had logged in with my personal email, and it just kept saying, waiting for host to let you in. So then my mom called Ms. Vasquez, and she gave me my email. So, yes, I have it.
Sorry about the...
It's okay.
Yeah, so that makes it a lot easier. I just wanted to make sure you had your new email so that you can get into all of the apps and the classroom and everything super easy. But yes, a lot of people are going to kind of struggle using the laptop and having their personal Gmail and their school Gmail. So we're all going to learn to log out or to prioritize the ECISD email for sure for login. All right, awesome.
All right, well, thank you for doing this again, and I might be on the Q&A tomorrow though. I'm not sure. I'm gonna think of more questions.
Yeah, do it. You're helping us drive conversations, and your bravery is helping other kids, kind of get their questions answered because they're not asking because they're a little nervous. You're breaking that ice for them, brother. So you keep that up.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Tyson and Bradley, you're still on the call. I just want to see if you want to unmute yourself and put your video on and ask us any questions. It can be silly questions too.
Bradley's coming for me this Friday, I think.
I like that. I like that. That icon on Bradley's window.
I know. He should come for you, Mr. Gibson. I see people wandering through our hallways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Are you still
those,
going
by
on?
the
Do
way,
we want to continue to 11 or we want to?
yeah, I'll stay on till 11 o'clock. That's fine.
The recording.
I'll stay. I'm recording, so I'll stay on till 11 with Mr. Bishop.
No,
Yeah,
meaning
so,
I'm okay staying on. I'm just saying of the recording. Are we recording
well,
just
so
this?
what I was going to say for everybody in that main hallway, y'all actually should take a minute to go meet those folks. Those are some of the cast network. Nice sugar glider, bro. Nice.
Oh my gosh. Look
Bradley,
at that.
why'd you wait till everybody logged
I
off
missed
for that?
it.
Awesome.
Let me
That's
see.
amazing.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty freaking cool.
What's his name? You're on mute, man.
His name is Nova.
We have to do show and tell next week, Mr. Bishop.
This is my study buddy. Caitlin asked us to get a picture with our study buddies, but my other sugar glider died. So when we got,
oh man,
that he was my study buddy, but now Nova is.
So I had a sugar glider for like 5 minutes when I was a kid, and then my mom got freaked out and made me give him back. But so all right, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you let him hang out in your hair?
Yes.
That's the best. The best. Bradley, you're the bomb, man. I can't wait to have you.